Hey everybody, and welcome to this episode of Romantasy Roundtable, a tale of Rick and Roses. She already broke it. I'm Rick, and I'm joined with my roses.
Amanda.
And Kim.
And I hope it's still working. And as always, we would always appreciate if you consider liking this video. If you even like us even more than that, please subscribe. It helps us out the channel. I don't care if you listen. I may not care if you listen. I just like to subscribe. And you can always drop us a comment in the YouTube, the Spotify, or shoot us an email at romantasyroundtable@gmail.com. So you can please like, subscribe, and comment. Guys, we went to BookCon. That was amazing.
By the time you hear this, we will have been to BookCon 2 weeks ago.
However, we haven't actually gone to BookCon yet. It's tomorrow.
BookCon is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. We're excited.
Well, it's happening now. Today.
Right.
Today, Saturday, April 18th. It is happening, but we are only going on Sunday.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of recordings. So if you do shoot us an email, we will be a little late because Amanda's going on a trip. And then we pushed up our Direbound recording because we all finished it actually already. And so we're going to be super...
Well, Kim hasn't finished it.
Okay.
I have 20 minutes to go.
Kim will finish it by tomorrow.
Right, before
Kim
we go
will
to
finish
BookCon.
it immediately after.
Yeah, this is some real Back to the Future shit for us. Like, we're talking to you in the future, but we're in the past for you, and we're going to BookCon tomorrow to get the almanac.
Yeah, this episode is going to be released on... Hold on. This episode is going to be released on the 27th, so in 11 days. And then the episode we're recording on Monday is going to be released on May 4th.
Yep.
So we're not recording again until May 9th.
We're doing it.
It's a really long time, unless we do a one-off.
No, I think we can just let these fly and do some personal reading before we pick up Furybound.
Yeah, because that's the thing, is the next thing we're reading is Furybound, and we can't read it because it's not out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still really hopeful that she somehow has advance copies tomorrow.
I mean, that'd be really cool.
I mean, I'm sure we'd know today, right? Isn't she there today? Sable Sorenson, we're talking about everybody. So I'm sure someone would post somewhere that they got an advance copy of the book that we're currently reading and are on chapter maybe 37 of.
This is chapters 19 through 37.
All right, I was partially right.
Stop
Partial
when you
credit.
see chapter 8.
This is on my modifications. I get partial credit for the question.
Great. This is Direbound by Sable Sorenson, and we are jumping in at chapter 19. After being shoved into a private room by Beta Aegith, Meryn faces off in the Rawbound Common Lounge. Nope. Rawbond Common Lounge against Perel, who tries to kick her but ends up getting threatened with becoming a snack for Annasa.
Rawbound is something that happens later with the spice.
Later, during a wolf communication class with the dreamy Kryptos instructor Gamma Samson White, everyone else easily vibes with their direwolves' open mental channels. Meanwhile, our fiercely struggling girlie spends the entire class getting physically and mentally exhausted from bashing her head against Annasa's completely impenetrable, ice-cold mental wall.
Yeah, she don't want to talk.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
No.
Chapter 20, Leader Aldrich pulls Meryn and Henry into his office for a remedial class on pack dynamics. And this is a massive lore dump.
Yes.
We get so much backstory here. So Stark is a Nepo baby to the Sovereign Alpha. Henry reveals that the child-snatching nabbers don't exist in his home of Blumenthal. Yes.
And his name is Henry. Because everyone, if you're reading the Kindle version, the pronunciation guide is at the end of the book.
Yeah.
So there you go. Pro tip. I found that out too late.
Yeah.
And also, I know we are less than a month away from the release of Furybound. But Eliza and who's the other half of Sable Sorenson?
I don't know.
Friend.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to...
Friends, please encourage your publisher to put the pronunciation guides at the beginning.
Annie.
And see them.
Eliza
and Annie, if you are listening to this, please move please move pronunciation guide to the front of the book. Thanks, bye.
Yes. It very much helped when I was reading Viking romance. So, all right.
So Sigrid Therion is Mama Stark. She's the sovereign alpha, and the Therions have been the crown's sworn protectors for as long as anyone can remember. So that's happening. And then we also learn that it's rare for Robons to have such high-ranking instructors. And so I wrote, something is coming. War is coming.
War is coming. War is happening already.
Yes.
But also coming.
And then he taught us, there's like a lot more in the lore dump than what's in the notes, so I'm naming things. Deimos and Strategos vie for dominance. Like they both want to be the pack that's in charge.
So they are Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And their mates are really rare. And Meryn says maybe that's because you creeps keep letting all the dire wolves die in training. Haven't you thought about that?
Yeah.
And I like that. All right. The day then devolves into brutal combat training where Stark sadistically mocks Meryn after Perel viciously bruises her ribs, yanking up her shirt to expose her stomach and taunting her lonely neck tattoo. Bleeding and humiliated by her packmates and her relentlessly unhelpful direwolf, Meryn limps back to her private room, only to find her royal ex-lover Killian waiting for her in the dark. I guess he's deceitful. He lied to her.
Yeah, he lied to her. She was not happy with him.
Yeah, but Stark like pokes her ribs and like says to Annasa, like, aren't you going to do something about that?
Right.
And you're not supposed to talk to other people's wolves. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. At this point, I mean, even still, as you're hearing it, I don't know. Like, actually, a question that I had and I asked you guys is, so yeah, you know, obviously getting like Fourth Wing vibes. I just made the Harry Potter reference, and then I wondered, like, is Harry Potter the one that started this thing, like houses and tournament type of stuff?
So houses are a thing in British schools.
No, sure, I know that, but like I'm talking about like just like in this fantasy story lore, you know, like it's the first thing I can think of. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but it is the first it's the first thing I think of, you know.
Yeah, and I just feel like everything has like factions. Like I always think about Direbound or Divergent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know.
Like read a lot of like earlier British fantasy that's aimed at YA. Like so there probably is stuff out there that we just didn't like cross the pond to us.
What's her name British? The Rowling? I actually don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. Is she?
Yes.
All right. Don't leave me like that. I have no idea.
The book takes place in England.
Yeah, so?
They're all British.
All right.
And she's famously a transphobe in a way that is uniquely, like, pretty,
but
like, I guess not uniquely British, but, like, that is the way that, like, trans-exclusive radical feminists, what they call themselves, that is the way that TERFs operate in England.
But, I mean, I don't think I honestly don't think I've ever heard her speak. I've only, like, read quotes about what she says and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. Continue.
We are learning in like every time we podcast, I learn more and more that I might be more chronically online than Rick is. And I have been for a long time.
Yeah, probably.
Like when you didn't know what, like when I just listened to last week's episode this morning and I was like, oh, I'm like teaching like fan fiction 101 to Rick.
You were like, don't you, it's your DARPA. Whatever.
It's your OTP.
Whatever.
I still want to know who your OTPs are, though.
It's actually OTC. That's
Over
Roman.
the counter?
It's Roman Reigns. He's the original tribal chief. He's fighting CM Punk tomorrow for the world title.
It's actually OTP is outside the perimeter, which is the suburbs of Atlanta.
And wrestling fans still a thing from you people, I think.
Which people?
The one you're wearing.
Oh.
Yeah. When they did their no, you're my
Sorry, we won the championship. You know who doesn't have a star? The New Jersey Red Cows.
When they went to do their European tour, they started this chant. I'm only assuming it's a soccer chant. And the chant for Roman Reigns was Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, and that's what they do. And now they do it, and I hate it.
Yeah, soccer chants are a thing.
You know what else is a thing?
Super fun when you're in the stadium with them, Rick. So if you were there live watching Roman Reigns, you would like it.
Yeah, soccer chants are really fun.
Just like Stark Theion.
All right, chapter 21. Killian insists on tenderly cleaning Meryn's bruised body while casually admitting he orchestrated her private room upgrade to protect her from the backstabbing bonded. After pinning her against the wall in a desperate, deeply hot plea for a second chance, the prince shows her a secret passageway in her wardrobe that leads directly to his rooms before respectfully dipping out. Realizing she desperately needs to survive this death trap, Meryn swallows her pride and successfully begs Isabel, Venna, and the inexplicably charming Thomason for private sword training in the training yard. Isabel is totally in love with Tommy.
Isabel, yeah, she really is.
Isabel and Tommy, those are their names.
I don't know if I said it in the podcast, but I did say it to you in person when I was like, obviously, Killian gave her the room, and then I was like, but what if? And I said this to you this week, and I was like, but what if it was Stark, right, who was like secretly protecting her and not Killian? And then at this point, I was like, oh, well, okay. I took a swing and missed.
I went through the exact same thought process.
Yeah. I think we mentioned this in our last episode, actually.
I don't remember. It's been like 3 weeks.
I did find it incredibly convenient that there is a secret passage that just happens to go to his bedroom. Amanda, you turned your mic off.
I know, because Socket's squeaking her toy.
Oh, okay. Your mic's good enough that you don't hear it.
Great. Well, now she stopped.
But it was also secretly convenient that Aelin had a secret passage to Elena's tomb.
1000%.
So there you go. But you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Secret passages
are convenient.
That's what we're learning here.
That's all. Venna says she's going to teach her sign language. So that's cool in this chapter. And I wrote, do the wolves know that they're mates? And do they push their riders together rather than the other way around? That was my thought.
Oh, rainbow.
Mm-hmm. Just wondering.
Yeah, well, and I feel, we learn more about this later, but like, yeah, I mean, how do the wolves not know who their mates are?
The wolves? No, the
wolves.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm,
they're like, oh, we should be fucking so that our wolves can find their mates. But it's like, I think the wolves are going to be able to figure that out on their own.
Yeah, I'm struggling to talk because I finished the book, so I'm trying to only react to the chapters that we're currently talking about.
Right. I took very serious notes. I knew I was going to finish. I was trying to read ahead, but I think I just didn't.
Spoiler alert for later. The reason why I was planning on stopping and then continuing to be fresh, and I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
So that was it.
I couldn't be for cold again. I had to keep going too.
Yeah. All right, chapter 22. Following a blood-soaked nightmare about her mother, Meryn heads to the arena to face the deadly dagger-throwing voice trial obstacle course under the watchful eyes of the king, Killian, and a glaring Stark. Refusing to fail publicly, Annasa finally thins her mental wall just enough to project her movements directly into Meryn's mind. Acting entirely on petty pride, the duo absolutely slays the final leap of faith to secure third place, only for Annasa to immediately slam her mental iron gates right back shut. So in the nightmare she has about her mom, she talks about a crown, and there's a lot of blood involved. And so I wrote, something's up with her heritage. I don't know what it is, but something's going on with, like, I don't know if, like, her dad, because we keep saying, like, dad died off screen. I don't know if, like, her dad is like was a bonded or was a royal or like something. But that was like where my brain was at this point.
I too love Fourth Wing. This is Brennan.
Yeah. I think I did this later in the book, but I remember I flipped back to her mom's hallucinations in like books in like chapter 3 or something. And her mom says, she says things like Nocturne demands it, and she talks about how the twins are waiting for her.
Right.
So,
well, and I never thought from the beginning that Mom's hallucinations weren't connected to something else. So
no, for sure. We were like, Mom's not crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
at first I thought it was, and then after just a little bit, I was like, okay, it's obviously not.
Yeah. She's not able to like channel it correctly, whatever it is, but
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog's being cute. And she keeps pushing Annasa away. What are you doing, Meryn?
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, I don't know.
I also love that they came in third. I was like, thank you for not being first. Like,
yeah.
It's very like Dash from The Incredibles when like Dad finally lets him join the track team and he like takes silver, and it's like such an accomplishment, but he doesn't like immediately win because he's super fast.
Yeah.
All right. Chapter 23. The Rabons throw a hormonally charged rager in the common lounge, where a thoroughly sloshed Meryn downs too much ember wine and accidentally blurts out to Isabel and Venna that her mysterious ex is here in the castle. Her subsequent escape to the wine table leads to a lethally close, tension-filled encounter with Stark, where they trade spicy veiled death threats before she flees. The next morning, after projectile vomiting out a window in front of Beta Aegith, Meryn is dragged into the instructor's office and brutally informed that her voice trial performance was actually a pathetic display of failed communication. Later, when a lecture from Gamma Eleanor Gardner reveals the immortal siphons use blood magic fueled by human captives, Meryn realizes she must bond with her direwolf to save her sister, so she hikes up to the terraces bearing mountain sage. So yeah, we get a lot of lore about the siphons, and I was like, I don't believe this lore. I don't believe it at all. It felt very...
That's how I felt.
It felt very like From Blood and Ash, where I was like, all right, we're learning about the vampires, but like, are the siphons actually the good guys?
Right. Who wrote this history?
Right. And then I wrote, yeah, dude, if I were Annasa, I'd be pissed too. She chose you, and the first thing you did was be like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You rejected her first.
Right, and all you've done is like be a crazy pants since. So yeah, I also like Annasa would be like, fuck, I'm stuck to you for the rest of my life, but I don't actually want to know you.
Bitches be crazy, am I right?
Chapter 24. So she goes up to the mountain. She brings her wolf nip, basically, mountain sage.
Oh, yeah. That's cute. I like that.
Annasa finally shatters her mental wall, blowing Meryn's mind with her ancient telepathic voice and grudgingly admitting she's ready to work together. This newfound mental bond completely transforms their combat training into a flawlessly synced lethal dance that effortlessly defends against a highly suspicious multi-attacker drill orchestrated by a glaring Stark. Riding high on her pack's newfound respect and Annasa's returned healing magic, Meryn journeys down the wardrobe's secret passageway after finding a note from Killian, claiming he has intel on the Nabbers. Deep in the tunnel, the shadows shift and whisper, leading her to a hidden ancient carved mural of a sovereign alpha woman wearing a direwolf crown, just before the overwhelming voices cause her to black out. So again, we're seeing the crown. And this is when I wrote, maybe Mom isn't crazy, which like I think but this was when I felt that really strongly. Rick, do you want to tell the story of what happened in real life as we were reading these chapters?
Can you prompt me?
I said, tell me when you get through chapter 24.
Oh, right.
In the group text.
There was a group chat, and Amanda says, let me know when you get through chapter 24. And Kimberly responds, I'm on chapter...
Later in the day, Kimberly says.
Whatever. She responds.
All I said was through chapter 24.
Through chapter 24. Rick, not mind his own business, not doing anything in the world, then receives a text just from Amanda that said, she spoke. That is all. And I'm like, I hate you. Because she delivers me the spoiler, and I didn't even ask for it. Didn't say I read the book. Didn't say I was up to there. And just delivers me the spoiler.
I was trying to tell Rick that he was right, but I totally didn't realize that it was Kim that said that and not Rick, because I saw the text on my computer, and so the pictures weren't there. And I feel really bad. I have felt bad about it all week.
And has bought me nothing to make me feel better
You
about
said
it.
to buy you something at BookCon.
Like a brownie. No, I said you could buy my wig off of me for some stickers at BookCon.
Anyways,
I didn't say that.
I didn't think it was that big of a spoiler. We all knew that she was going to talk about it.
Yeah, but I didn't know that's when she was going to speak. So I go into it like, all right, she's going to talk now. I wasn't even surprised.
I'm a terrible friend and a bad person.
And a woof.
And a woof. Chapter 25, waking up in Killian's obscenely luxurious royal bedchamber. Oh, so she blacks out. So she wakes up in Killian's bedchamber. Meryn's horrified when he denies seeing the ancient carving, leaving her to secretly panic that she's inheriting her mother's terrifying madness. The romantic bedside nursing abruptly ends when the prince reveals that they have a child-snatching nabber locked up in the castle dungeons. Down in the cells, Killian unleashes a deeply sexy, unhinged side by calmly ripping out the prisoner's fingernails with pliers until the man confesses to dropping stolen children at a Southern Quarter warehouse. When the sniveling man swears he knows nothing about Selah, Meryn completely snaps and brutally stabs him to death with her dagger, totally backed by Annasa's feral telepathic approval. So the nabber was not a siphon.
Right. He never wasn't siphon. He was a human.
Just a commoner. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just a guy.
And this, damn, Killian, really brutal. And then Meryn sees red.
I spent the last episode being like, Killian's too good. He's too good. And this is that moment where I was like, I knew he was too good because he's going to be bad.
Hold on. Pause. 20-second timeout. But Stark fucking disemboweled someone and that's okay?
I mean, that was Stark from the get. We knew that. He showed us who he was right away.
I'm just saying.
Killian's doing all the right things. Literally all the right things.
He was literally he's trying to interrogate this dude for information for Meryn.
You okay?
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
but
fine.
Why is he doing it? First of all. He's not a guard or a warrior. He's a prince.
He's the crown prince. He can do whatever he wants.
This is that first moment though where I was like, nope. Here are the cracks starting.
Chapter 26. A blood-soaked, emotionally numb Meryn is led into Killian's ridiculously opulent bathing chamber where the prince tenderly washes the gore off her body and sets the scene for some desperate soapy tub sex. After wildly slamming down her mental wall to block Annasa from being a telepathic peeping Tom, Meryn finally gives in to her intense craving for the prince. They absolutely devour each other in the steaming water, perfectly blending sweet comfort with filthy possessive pleasure. Tangled in his arms post-coitus, hate that phrase, Meryn realizes that whether through the crown's power or her own bloodstained hands, they are definitely going to bring Selah home. Soup is good.
Soup is good throughout the book, honestly. I think. Your friend writes good soup.
My friend writes good soup.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to write soup in a duo.
Right. This is the conversation I had with Rick.
I wonder if one of them is the soup writer.
Yeah. Well, it's also brainstorming soup together. It just feels.
And then he's going to say, put your hands on the headboard.
Right.
Oh, at one point, I don't know if it was here.
Folds?
Wait, what'd you say?
What should we call the folds?
That's actually what I was talking about. At one point, we do get a fold sighting.
We do get a folds, yeah.
I don't remember where it was, but I was very happy.
I think it's later. I don't remember either, but I think it's later. All right, chapter 27. Back in the Strategos.
I say Strategos.
Strategos. Back in
Not in my world. Go ahead.
Back in the Strategos training field, Beta Aegis announces they must master telepathic pack unity before the upcoming Deadly Purge trial. All of the trials have crazy names. Which basically is a brutal culling designed by the direwolves themselves to eliminate weak links. So we're told that the direwolves actually just designed all of these trials. After publicly humiliating herself by questioning the violent tradition, Meryn stomps up to the terraces to fight with Annasa, accusing the wolf of icing her out just because she wants some sexual privacy with Killian. Annasa claps back with maximum sass, dropping the bombshell that she already knows who her mate is, but absolutely refuses to tell Meryn until she proves herself worthy. That night, Meryn is plunged into a horrifying nightmare where her demon-eyed mother stands in a blood-soaked arena, eerily demanding she answer the call of Nocturne. So the bonded humans are sleeping with the other bonded humans because it helps the wolves find their mate. And Meryn is like, Annasa, you're just mad that I'm sleeping with this guy because it's not going to help you find your mate. And Annasa's like,
bitch, I know who my mate is.
I already know who my mate is.
Yeah.
As I was saying before, I feel like it's really just the humans wanting to sleep with each other.
Yeah, I think that, like, just, if you're going to be a hoe, be a hoe. Like, just own it.
And
like the wolves are fine. They're going to figure it out.
There's, look, I think this comes later, and there's a chance that Gemini won't catch this, like, quote. But, like, Annasa says that. She says, like, you guys are just mainly doing this for your own pleasure. It, like, sort of helps, but, like, you're...
Yeah,
like,
I think she might say it later.
Yeah, but I remember it's like a throwaway line, so I don't know if Gemini's going to catch it, so I just wanted to throw it out there now.
No, which is, like, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's actually,
who cares? It's fine. It's very healthy.
Just be a hoe.
Yeah. Just be...
Take your tonic.
Yeah, drink your contraceptive tonic.
Be a cryptos killer.
Be a cryptos killer. That's later. Okay. Chapter 28. Meryn jolts awake to find herself sleepwalking barefoot in the actual arena, standing exactly where the nightmare blood drained, cementing her absolute terror that she's losing her mind. During a complicated combat maneuvers drill the next day. You really don't hear that?
No.
Are you Meryn's mom?
I'm Socket's mom. During a complicated combat maneuvers drill the next day, she finally taps into the euphoric electric web of pack unity, only for a terrifying hallucination of blood and phantom screams to violently shatter her concentration. After nearly getting everyone killed and earning a chilling threat from Beta Aegith about surviving the Purge trial, Meryn realizes Stark watched her entire embarrassing fumble with malicious delight. Begging her direwolf for help, Annasa confirms she can see the terrifying visions, but coldly refuses to stop them, insisting Meryn needs to master her own mind before it gets them both slaughtered.
Woof.
Chapter 29. The night before the dread-inducing Purge trial, the Rabon Common Lounge feels like a miserable wake, so Meryn sneaks off to Killian's quarters to drop the I love you bomb before she inevitably faces death. What do we think about Meryn loving Killian?
Look, you, Kimberly, can be a conspiracy theorist all you want and hate good men. He's done nothing wrong to her. He's been, like, kind to her for years. He's literally taking care of her mother, right? Like, they've been together for over a year. This is, like, normal. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Go ahead. Yeah, the silence is deafening.
Like, if I were Meryn, I would be in love with Killian.
Right.
Yeah. I wrote in this chapter, I know Stark is the guy, just because I read enough books that I know Stark is the guy.
Right.
But I honestly don't know how she gets out of this with Killian. Like, I was like, I don't know how this goes sour, but I know Stark is the guy.
Yeah, same. Like, Killian's done nothing wrong. I know Stark will be the guy just because that's what happens. I was like, I was like, is Killian gonna become so jealous that he becomes evil? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, Meryn and Stark's wolves will obviously be mates. Like, I had called that way back when.
Sure.
And I was like, that would maybe force them together. So does Killian get jealous and become evil or something? That's where I was going with it.
Yeah. Great questions. She does also ask him in this chapter, the king doesn't have a noble bride already picked out for you. And he just straight up doesn't answer her.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I will claim this is, sorry, there's more in the notes. So the prince immediately claims her right back, rewarding her emotional honesty with an incredibly spicy praise kink fueled hookup on his desk that leaves them both a sweaty, breathless mess. So he says, I would claim you publicly if you would let me, basically. Just when Meryn thinks she's found a safe haven in his arms, she is jolted awake by a blood-curdling phantom scream echoing through the bedroom. When a groggy Killian completely fails to hear the noise, the horrifying reality sets in, the madness is escalating, and even her royal lover can't protect her from her own crumbling sanity. She's having nightmares, visions, hallucinations.
She's seeing shit.
It's a lot. Chapter 30, the Strategos pack. Is that what Strategos? Strategos pack steps into the crowded arena for the purge trial overseen by King Cyril. His literal lapdog, Adeli.
Ooh, this one was rough.
Audely. It's got to be Adeli.
I think that's how I ended up pronouncing it.
And a glaring Stark, who is clearly praying for Meryn's demise. Tapping perfectly into their killing resolve, Meryn and Annasa work as a flawless feral unit to distract the pack while the other direwolves execute their real target, the arrogant, cliquey Perel, whose throat gets brutally ripped out. Refusing to let the pack call the standoffish but capable Neva?
Sure.
Meryn and the twins aggressively defend her until the wolves back down and the gruesome trial ends. Meryn survives to see another day, but victory is instantly soured when she catches a terrifyingly perceptive Stark, noticing her secret celebratory smile at Killian in the stands.
I don't know if we had talked about this. I don't know if they caught it for the notes, but Perel's wolf was a mate with Jonas's wolf.
Right. Yeah, with Jonas.
Jonah's wolf. Sorry, Jonas is the character from my other book.
I didn't get the pronunciation guide. Hold on. You can talk, but just know that I'm
Perel's wolf was a mate with Jonas. What is it? Jonah? Jonah's wolf. I was genuinely shocked she died.
I was too. Particularly because they had these multiple sort of encounters and fights before this. And so I thought she was going to continue to be an antagonist for a while, or even worse. And then, she's super dead.
Yeah, no, she felt like a character to me that was like going to be bad for a book or two and then be good.
Sure, yeah.
Something along those lines, like Dane was bad.
I thought she had a longer, I thought she had a longer arc here.
Yeah. So was,
and particularly because she was mated too, and so it felt like because those wolves were mated that we were going to get more about that between the two of them.
I guess it does set up a good now. Jonas, what is it? Jonah is probably he's gonna be really angry now,
right?
So maybe it's just like a jumping off point for him.
He was already a jerk to start with.
Right.
So.
There's so much fun stuff in the back of this book. There's a bonus chapter.
Woof.
No.
There's a... Okay.
So
there's a guide to the bonded packs. There's things... It is Strategos. You're right. There's things about that. There's a glossary of terms. And there's a playlist.
Oh, yeah. I've seen the playlist.
Running with the Wolves is on it. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was looking up.
We were shocked that Perel died.
Oh, is she even in the pronunciation guide?
She didn't even make it to the pronunciation guide.
Were you shocked that Perel died?
The pronunciation guide?
She's not even in it. She's not even in it. Oh, well, rip. She dead. Chapter 31. After the traumatizing purge trial, a surprisingly mournful Stark shows up at Meryn's bedroom door to ink her new kill mark tattoos, revealing these brutal markings are actually somber reminders of the fallen rather than sadistic trophies. Touched by this unexpected vulnerability, Meryn bravely asks for a third kill mark to honor the nabber she slaughtered, leading to a deeply confusing... I don't want to say this phrase.
I want to hear it.
Deeply confusing panty-melting moment.
Ooh. Love
Why
that.
are they melting?
I know. Why are they melting?
We say panty dropping moment?
No, they're melting.
I also don't love the word panties, just like ever.
I've never liked that word.
Anyway, Stark intimately licks the fresh ink clean. Now permanently branded by the harsh realities of war, our girl is left reeling from the emotional whiplash of being incredibly horny for a man who constantly threatens her life.
Yeah, and how does she know that?
At one point, she says in this chapter, the commoners shouldn't resent the bonded. They should resent the nobles and the king. And I feel like that's a theme. We talked about this a little bit in the first episode, but like the class warfare stuff in this book is not subtle. Like it's very clearly like, it's like, yes, the commoners resent the bonded and they like, she's like, this castle is so luxurious and they have everything they need and they think they're so great with their fancy dogs. And like nobles, like the bonded are like the playthings of the nobles. And so like they feel kind of almost like it's not even that they're middle class. They're just like, they're kind of resented by everybody, you know? Yeah, it's kind of shitty.
And I actually really do like how she phrased it, because it's like the king and the nobles are the ones who are causing like this like dissension between them, and like the bonded kind of like they don't even realize it for the most part. They're just kind of like existing and doing what they're told to do.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I like the way that she described it here.
Yeah. All right. Chapter 32, riding Annasa back to the Eastern Quarter for her day off. Meryn is stunned to find her formerly delusional mother completely lucid. And their dilapidated house freshly renovated, all thanks to Killian playing the perfect royal sugar daddy. The heartwarming family reunion takes a horrifying turn when Igor reveals the child-snatching Nabber attacks have actually increased. Her murderous dungeon interrogation was a massive failure. And I wrote, is this Killian's heel turn?
I wrote,
is it
this is where I was like, this is something's going on.
Are you so proud of me for using the phrase heel turn?
Yeah, it's a wrestling. We do. This podcast is brought to you by Books and Wrestling. Because what's later today?
Books and Wrestling.
The NYCFC game.
It's way more important than that.
I mean, probably. Is it Super Slam?
SmackDown.
Come on.
Raw.
It's
Heavyweight Championship.
It's the Super Bowl of the wrestling year.
Is that not SmackDown?
That's a weekly event.
It is called
Wrestlemania. There it is. Tonight is Wrestlemania Night 1.
How many nights is Wrestlemania?
Thanks to capitalism, it's 2 nights. And it is on paper, it is objectively going to be one of the worst WrestleManias I've ever seen.
Okay.
So
great.
We'll see what they actually do.
The NYCFC game tonight, I don't actually even remember who we're playing. Who are we playing? We're playing Charlotte, and it is rookie night. I don't know what that means, other than that we're probably going to lose.
All right.
We're playing our rookies. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. All right, chapter
30.
So we're still on 32. Before Meryn returns to the castle, her mother insists she wear an ancient, mysteriously warm opal necklace to the upcoming royal ball, leaving both Meryn and her highly suspicious direwolf wondering what kind of magical heirloom she just inherited. More magical jewelry.
Yep.
But a lot of magical jewelry. Now we're reading about some more. And then I stopped taking notes. Chapter 33, back at the Strategos quarters, Meryn is touched when Isabel and Venna offer her a hand-me-down dress for the forging ball, only to discover that Killian has secretly gifted her a breathtaking, jewel-encrusted emerald gown that practically screams future queen. Looking like an absolute mythical goddess, she joins the rest of the barely dressed Rabons in the opulent ballroom, where they are paraded like pieces of meat for the leering nobles and a terrifyingly creepy King Cyril. While she desperately searches the crowd for her golden retriever Prince, Meryn can't help but notice that Stark looks devastatingly hot, brooding in a tailored black suit like a judgmental shadow.
Do you think we'll ever get a book where it's like, man, this guy is so nice and he does everything perfect and he's the guy?
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, he dead though. He wasn't the guy.
Spoilers. I mean, he was a guy.
He was a guy.
But
you know what I mean? Like, are we ever going to get where it's like, it's not like this, I hate this guy, he's the worst. I understand what's the enemies to lovers thing, but like, it's just funny. It's funny to me that the good guy's never good.
Love Light Farms.
I was going to say, I don't
just
read to read just more straight rom-com, right? Because there's a lot of like really good guys.
Yeah. Love Light Farms. That's secret heterosexuals at a Christmas tree farm, remember?
Yep, I do. It was fun.
He's a really good guy.
He's a good guy. We're we're scarred from our Scooby-Doo skit from work, everyone.
Wait, talk about the proficiency interviews you did yesterday.
Oh, all right. So if you're listening, Amanda and I do this yearly event where at our school, we're sign language teachers, right? And this year the kids did a Scooby-Doo skit, and we must have practiced this skit something like 7,000 times.
And we made them record their own audio.
Right.
So it's like their voices reading the lines the exact same way 7,000 times.
Right. Same voices, same cadence and everything. And I'm giving them this sign language proficiency interview yesterday, and I'm asking them questions, and then they're literally reciting lines from the skit, and I like couldn't hold my shit together. It was really funny.
Rick had planned some like really unhinged questions to ask them. And so my most unhinged question was, do you think Bigfoot is real? And if so, where does he live? And so I ended all in the class that I teach without Rick. I ended all of my interviews with Bigfoot. You think he's real? And then when they answered, if they said yes, which most of them did, I would be like, where does he live? And tell me why. And so one of the things in the Scooby-Doo skit was ghost dogs. Maybe those are real. And so Rick decided to end all of the interviews for our class with, do you think ghost dogs are real? And he signed it to the kid who like was the store owner, like the red herring. And like, he was like, do you think ghost dogs are real? And he wrote, new store opening soon, new pet store.
Yeah, it was like, we're all like collectively traumatized with that skit. It's really funny.
So it comes up in every class.
Yeah.
It's like it's great. All right. Chapter 34. When a slimy noble couple tries to physically harass Meryn on the dance floor. This was so gross. Mm-hmm. They walked up and basically they were like, will you come in third for us? And it's like, ick. Stark swoops in to aggressively waltz with her while threateningly demanding answers about her mysterious opal necklace. A furious Killian immediately interrupts the tension-filled dance to claim his woman, prompting Meryn to completely snap and publicly declare that she belongs to Crown Prince Killian in front of the entire scandalized court. After the creepy king grants them his official blessing with maximum ick, Killian drags his newly claimed prize back to his rooms for an incredibly filthy wall-pitting hookup that proves being royal definitely comes with some serious stamina. I felt like this soup scene was a sharp contrast to the last soup scene.
I wouldn't say sharp, but there was something that changed. I did notice it too.
Yeah, for me, as I've like been thinking back on all the soup scenes, I do feel like each one gets just a little bit more questionable as time is going on. So it didn't feel as sharp for me, but it felt like, oh, this is getting worse.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm just questioning. I don't like, worse isn't the word I would use. Because as I said, like, I've read, like Lights Out, and this pales into comparison, right? Like, I think the word is more like possessing, right? Like in the first soup scenes, it's like the power dynamic is pretty much equal. And then this is the one where it jumps a little bit. Not a lot, but like you can definitely see it.
Well, I just looked back at the like I love you chapter, and he is like strip.
Right. That's
he's like telling her what to do.
Right.
But in that chapter I was like, this is hot.
Right.
And in chapter 31 I was like, oh, I don't know. It seemed like he was less interested in what she wanted and her needs, and more interested in telling her what to do, versus in chapter 29. Yeah, so maybe it's not like a stark contrast, but in the previous, he's always been like kind of demanding, but it seems that it has come from a place of like, I'm going to give you what you need. And this is like, I'm going to get what I need, is what it feels like to me.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So,
and the possessiveness, like, yeah.
Like claiming, possessing, like it's in that realm of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Chapter 35, floating on a, again, post-coital high. Last time it was girl boss. Now we're getting panty-melting and post-coital. Oh. Meryn finally drops her mental wall the next morning, only to be physically crushed by a tsunami of furious grief from her entire pack. A devastated Beta Aegith brutally informs her that Alpha Marcos was killed in a siphon attack in Grenfell, and the entire Strategos pack is absolutely disgusted that Meryn selfishly blocked their pain so she could comfortably ride the prince all night. With the terrifying Sovereign Alpha en route to handle the crisis, an alienated Meryn realizes she might actually get culled by her own grieving packmates for acting like a clueless royal-chasing traitor. This sucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she put that wall up because she was like, I need privacy to bone the prince. And this is bad. Like, the pack is a pack. I feel like this is when we really start to see like what it means to be a pack, and how her acting selfishly is really not pack behavior.
And again, this was another moment where she ignored what Annasa is asking her to do. So Annasa was like, please don't fully do this. And she was like, whoop, too bad. Like, yeah.
And of course the optics of this are like that she's like crown chasing.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She a gold
and
digger.
not that been like that he's actually been with her for a year and they met when she was a commoner.
Knowing that you hate the term post-coital, I'm going to make sure that in the next set of notes, Gemini refers to it as fellatio.
Fellatio is a different thing.
Okay. I know.
Fellatio,
there is a fellatio chapter.
Fellatio is oral sex on a penis.
Yeah.
Is there a fellatio chapter?
There is.
Sure is. That is the one that I actually was like,
oh yeah, that one.
Because this was a graphic blowjob.
Yeah, forgot about that one. I blocked it out of my memory. Okay. Chapter 36, the famously terrifying Sovereign Alpha, Sigrid Therion. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, it is actually. I did look it up. It's Therion.
Therion.
Is that not how? Wait.
Therion.
Therion?
Greyjoy.
Like an Akatar?
Therion.
Feyre?
Faye.
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 They.
Thay.
They.
Faye.
They.
Re.
Feyrion.
Therion.
Killjoy.
Sigrid Therion arrives with her massive black wolf to rip the band-aid off and drop the mother of all plot twists. The direwolves have chosen Annasa to lead, making our wildly unqualified protagonist the new Strategos Alpha.
Woof.
While the rest of the pack practically short circuits with outrage, Meryn smartly appeases the furious Beta Aegith by proposing the veteran instructor lead the frontline forces while Meryn stays behind to actually learn what the hell she's doing. Stepping up to play the ultimate harsh mentor, Stark immediately crashes the party and orders the newly minted, completely overwhelmed Strategos Alpha to report to his office at dawn for some predictably brutal private training. Rick was like 2 pages away from this. And he leaves my office and he's like, I know this would be crazy, but what I want to happen is I want Meryn to become the Alpha, but I know that's not possible.
I didn't think it was possible.
And I was like, that's crazy. Why would you
that surprised?
It just doesn't seem logical.
Like Annasa, we'd already known that she had been around for centuries and waiting for a specific human and clearly had like a place of prominence within the pack. So I was like, I'm not surprised by this.
It just seems like too many rungs for her to jump. Sorry.
I have a question though. So the wolves die when their humans die. Mm-hmm. Same as the humans die when their wolves die. Which is different than Fourth Wing. Because in Fourth Wing, the humans die when their dragons die, but the dragons can outlive the humans. Yeah. So like there's a big plot line in Fourth Wing about like Terran's like previous rider. So I guess I'm kind of wondering like what has Annasa been doing for like 500 years? Like, is she fighting at the front without a bonded? Like, I have questions around like
we'll probably find out in the next book, yeah.
Yeah, like why is she so respected if she like hasn't been part of the squad,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, now I have
And-
thoughts, but I don't want to say them yet.
I genuinely don't have thoughts.
I do, but I can't talk about it until the next episode.
Yeah, it's a wondering that I have throughout the book. I think I wrote it down in my next chapters, but it's not time specific, that wondering. Okay. Chapter 37. Showing up at Stark's surprisingly book-filled office, Meryn is subjected to a ruthless physical and mental sparring session where they trade heavy blows and serious, thigh-clenching sexual tension between the library shelves. After thoroughly kicking her ass to prove she needs him to survive her new role, Stark helps her map out an exhausting training schedule while ignoring her intense curiosity about his specifically magical family books. He's basically like, if you feel like you want to read a book, then you should read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not talking to you about the books. And she's like, Annasa? And Annasa's like, nope. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay, later that night, a sleepwalking Meryn wakes up on the bloodstained arena floor and uncovers an ancient opalescent wolf carving hidden in the drain, just moments before the mysterious footsteps force her to flee for her life.
Oh, I thought that was a dream.
I also like this. I don't remember her sleepwalking.
Yeah. No, I thought this was a dream. Okay.
And that's where
because she woke up in the arena the first time, and so she like is back in the arena this time also.
Yeah, that's where we leave her.
I thought it was a dream. All right. I will say, so like, we'll leave my star ratings for the end. But I really love this book. But I like every book that I love, whether I give it 4 or 5 stars, it has some issues. One issue that I had with this book, which happened here, and it will happen later at the end, is she just accepts things a little too quickly. Like, oh, I'm the pack leader now. Cool. You know, like, there's something else happens later where it's like, oh, yada yada, cool. But that's it. That's my one of my few gripes with the book. It's not even a gripe. It's just like, whatever. A little too quick. It happens a little too quick.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, but I don't disagree.
So,
I mean, I spent a lot of this book being annoyed at Meryn. So
yeah,
I think that's part of it, and I think it's probably really just that like she reads young.
Yeah,
and she
how
is young.
old is she? Do we know?
no,
I don't think they say.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, I felt a lot of, I also was, I felt, I was annoyed at Meryn, and I'm like literally yelling at Meryn in my head, like, what are you doing? Why are you so stupid? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
However, like, that's the reason you go watch horror movies, right? Like, you're yelling. It's just like, I don't know. I feel I enjoyed that. Like why? Oh God, you're so dumb. Like, what's wrong with you? I liked it.
But I know, and having read a few reviews a while ago before we even decided that we were going to read this together, I know that this has been a common complaint. Is that a lot of folks were like, I don't even really like Meryn.
I like
kind
Meryn.
of just, and I feel that too. I feel neutral about Meryn, honestly. But she just seems like she's still a child.
Yeah, agreed.
How are we liking it so far?
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I really like it a lot.
I think, yeah, I really like it.
This is I didn't realize this was her debut novel, or their debut novel.
It's their debut novel. Unclear if either of them have ever written anything
True.
alone or under a different pen name.
Yeah, no, this is great. So
yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's paced really well.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing feels too fast or too slow for me. And now that I'm thinking about the way that the soup gets more and more aggressive, I think that that's done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. I don't know how I feel about Meryn. Other than that, I keep wanting to call her Meryl.
I like her.
At this point in the book, do we think Selah is alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought
I
was like, homegirl's dead.
No. She was alive. She was going to be alive. Again, I'm at this point, I'm still going back and forth on like who took her. Like, I spent it last episode. I went like, I was still split. Like, are people removing the children from the city to save them? right, from the kingdom, or is the kingdom the ones that are taking them?
Yeah.
And that's the furthest I got with that thought. Although when she found out that the nabbers, I also don't like that term for them. I find it's
Well,
stupid.
it's the name the kids came up with.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. It sounds very kiddish, which is why I don't like it.
Yeah. It's what the kids who are afraid of them. It's like a nursery rhyme name.
Yeah, so once that interrogation scene happened, and then we found out the kids are still being taken, I was like, oh, I mean, it's either Killian or the king, you know. And if the king is doing it, then Killian knows about it, because he would have had to tell him about the interrogation. So I started leaning definitely more towards something's going on with the kingdom.
Yeah, and my prediction at this point also, I was like, it's Killian has set it up for it to be really convenient for him to be near where all the kids were. By starting this relationship with Meryn, I mean, he was literally outside their house as Selah disappeared, and then has been returning to the house to help with the renovations, while Meryn's been in the castle. And so, like, he's given himself a lot of opportunities to be near the kids that are disappearing. And so, to me, I was like, I'm worried that this is Killian. And then my thought also was, I know we don't know a ton about the siphons yet, but we have learned that they may or may not be like feeding off of blood.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, is this like a venom situation that they're like getting turned? And so Selah's alive, but isn't turned.
Yeah, so I think at this point I started thinking that, like, I do think the siphons are bad at this point, because, like, I was thinking back to Fourth Wing, and like the Venom are bad, and it was the Griffin Riders who were being portrayed as bad that were actually good, right? So we don't have that third party yet. So, like, I do think the siphons are the bad guys.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way.
Okay.
I was like, the siphons, like, I guess I wasn't like, I don't know if they're good or bad, but it felt very like in 1984 when they're like, we have always been at war with Eurasia, we have always been at war with East Asia, like, where, like, I was like, is the war real? Like, is it just like a manipulation tactic? All I know for certain is that the king is bad.
Yeah.
But, like, when is the king good?
The king is good when he's possessed by a Volg.
Right.
What else are we reading?
Let's see. I mean, I finished this book. I think that was all I was reading this week. And then I just started last night my 2.5 of Viking fantasy. So that's the Road of Bones book. And I'm in that one. And I don't know. I need to finish it, but, like, I felt like right now where I'm at, and it's really early, I feel like it should have been a 1.5, not 2.5. Because, like I said, like, in book 1, there's like a group of people. And in book 2, the group is gone. They split. And in book 2, it just follows the main characters. And I missed the group. And this 2.5 goes back to the group while they're on their mission. But book 2 was like 500 pages, so I, like, almost forgot a lot about the group. So when we come back to them, I have to, like, relearn them. So I almost wish it was after the first one. Huh?
You almost wish it was a tandem read?
I was thinking that, honestly.
There you go.
I really was thinking that while I was reading. I was like, this would be cool if this isn't spliced in. But, like, I almost wish it was, like, after the first one, so they'd still be fresh in my mind, type of thing. But I have to see how it ends. But it's good.
It's great. I finished Common Goal, which is book 4 of the Game Changers series. I was listening to it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I liked it. I don't think anything about it was, like, super memorable. Other than that, I did really enjoy the soup. And I really didn't like the dialogue in the end, like literally the last line of the last chapter and the way it was read on the audiobook. I was like, I don't like that. And that knocked it down half a star for me, honestly. I finished this book, and then I started listening to By the Book, which is in the Meant to Be universe, which are like the Hyperion Press, like rom-coms inspired by Disney princesses. And so this is the second one in the universe, but I don't think you have to read them in order. And it's obviously about Beauty and the Beast. I'm having a good time. I listened to like many hours of it today on my journey to and from Record Store Day, all the way in Queens. I've been on the subway for like 3 hours today already, and it's 1 p.m. And I have to go back to Queens later. But yeah, I'm having a good time. It's cute. It's not like I would listen to the rest of the series, I think. I have physically one of them I bought at Comic-Con, but and then I'm going to take a little break from romance. I'm going to read All the Light We Cannot See and listen to Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. And then I will be caught up on my Goodreads challenges and can live in romance land for a long time.
Love that.
You'll like All the Light We Cannot See.
Both you and my sister gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. So yeah, I started it yesterday. I got Botox for my migraines yesterday, and I took myself out to breakfast afterwards, and I started All the Light We Cannot See. And so far, I mean, I'm like 3% into it, but so far what I like is that the chapters are short. And I like that because it means that I can pick it up and put it down, and I'm not bound to long periods of time.
So when we recorded last week, the last thing for the kids at home, last thing I said to Rick and Amanda when we were logging off of our Google Meet was that I was going to Queens to see a guy about a cat. And so I have not done much reading this week because I am now managing a cat colony in my own house. With
the Director of Feline Relations.
Yes, I'm the Director of Feline Relations. Between Bartholomew, who, if you are longtime listeners, you know I adopted Bartholomew last summer, and meeting Rachel Gillick tomorrow, and excited to tell her I have a cat named Bartholomew. And so now Mort has joined the household, and he is still locked in the bathroom after a week as we are doing really, really, really slow introductions between him and Bartholomew to make sure that they get along well. He's super cute, really sweet. He has kitty asthma, and so you can hear him breathing all the time. But don't worry, he's okay. He takes an inhaler twice a day. He's been to the vet. Vet's like, yeah, he's super healthy. He just makes noise when he breathes. So he's very sweet. That said, I will finish Direbound today. And then Pen Cole announced yesterday the 4th book in the Spark of the Everlasting Flame series. And so I think I'm going to start those so I can be ready for the 4th book in September.
Also, didn't they, a series, I think it was that one, didn't that just get a Hulu deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll read that then.
Yeah, so a couple reasons to read it.
Yeah. Great.
Awesome. Great. Well, your homework is to finish the book. Our homework is to go to BookCon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, and cool. Well, we've got a break for like 2 weeks.
Well, we have to record on Monday.
Well, we have to record on Monday, and then we got a break for like 2 weeks. And then we'll...
So we're going to get to yap about BookCon a lot on Monday.
Oh, yeah, we should do like a BookCon episode. Maybe, depending on how it goes. That'd be fun. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, wait. Yeah, that'll be Monday. Mm-hmm. You know what? Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.